it's Annalise with Music Notes. I'm here to show you the next card in the Christmas series. This is the Owl Be Yours for Christmas with a owl bookmark that slides right out of the card. So a really cute design, very simple to make, and I'll show you step by step how to make this card. We're making it the easy way with my card kits that I have on Etsy. I have printed instructions with some pictures and the supplies that you need to recreate this card from scratch. And I also have the kit, which has all the paper pieces and embellishments needed to make this card. So what you'll have in your kit is a card base that has a score line on it. You'll also have this gingham pattern with joy die cut out of it already for you. You'll also have this little bookmark with the owl and sentiment, and also another sentiment that's stamped with blue ink. You'll have some little snowflake die cuts, as well as some red gems, and then also some blue ribbon. So these are all the pieces that you'll need. In addition, you'll need some adhesive and foam tape, and I'll just show you more as we go along. So let's get started on this card. First, take your card base and fold it in half. You can decide if you want this to be a top folding card or a side folding card. Since it's square, it doesn't really matter. In my example, I have it as a side folding card. So what we'll want to do next is get this card base ready. And instead of gluing this straight down flat, we're actually going to pop part of it up with some foam tape. And I have some foam tape that's in a roll here, which will be really easy to use. But we're going to add some foam, but leave it empty where the bookmark is going to be behind it. So if I place my bookmark where I want it with the owl and flip it over, then I'll be able to see where do I want to have some foam tape to be a channel to keep this in place. So let me go ahead and start by getting my scissors out and trimming some foam and placing it just along the bottom here. So this is where my foam will stop, and that looks pretty good where the owl is. Then I'm going to go ahead and add some up the left and right sides of the card. And it doesn't have to be every single inch of the card. I can just kind of put it pretty close. So now that I have it on the side, I do want to make sure that I have some tape on the side of where this insert will go, because I want it to be really smoothly to open and close. So I'm actually going to take a length here, and I want it to be skinny, so I'm actually going to cut it in half. So now that it's nice and skinny, I'm just going to go ahead and place it on either side, making sure that it's lined up nicely. My bookmark is centered well, and this foam is just going to help guide the bookmark to be exactly where it needs to be, and it's not interfering into the letters. So if you want to add a little more foam tape just to make it really tidy around the edges, you can always add a little extra foam. But I think that's enough for now. So let me go ahead and take off the release paper and place it down on my card. Great, so I have my panel glued down with foam tape, and as you can see, when you insert this bookmark, it's nicely centered that you can see the owl, and you can also pull it out and have it be a separate piece. So let's get the rest of this card ready. We're going to take the sentiment here, and I like to do a little angled cut onto the left side of the sentiment, so I'm just going to take my scissors and just trim an angle. I think it just adds a little bit of interest, and now I can just glue it down flat. If you want to do foam tape, you could do foam tape as well. Now we can take the snowflake die cuts, and you probably have some little, you probably still have it on the die cut where it's attached. What you can do is just take a needle and just gently poke these out. So sometimes they don't come out when I die cut, and since I've made several kits, probably wasn't able to take the time to cut them all out. So all you need to do is just take a needle and just pop these little pieces out. Now for these ones, it doesn't matter so much because we're actually going to put the gems on top. So it's okay if you leave it, but you can poke them out as well. So let's go ahead and glue down our snowflakes. You can decide how you want it to be arranged. I'm just going to stick with my original design and do this. And I find that the snowflakes are easier to do with liquid glue instead of a tape runner. So I'll just kind of take some liquid glue. A lot of times what I'll do is take some scratch paper, put a little bit of glue down, spread it out with my fingers a bit, and then I can take my snowflake and just kind of pat it into that liquid glue. It's not too gluey, but I'm just going to go ahead and set it down. So that's an easy way to kind of deal with die cuts where they're really delicate and you don't want it to get too soggy with the glue. Just kind of do a little technique like this. So once your snowflakes are where you want them, you can take your red gems. They already have adhesive on them and they come to you in this little plastic strip. So just go ahead and place them down in the center of your snowflakes. So now we have our bookmark and this piece of blue ribbon. What I like to do is take a little mini stapler and fold my ribbon in half and then just staple it to the top of my bookmark. Now, if you don't have a mini stapler, there's other techniques you can do. You could get a hole punch and punch a little hole and tie your ribbon through, or you could take a brad and use the brad to attach the ribbon. A lot of different ways, so don't be afraid to get creative and decide how you want to attach it. But I just went ahead and did a little mini stapler. And then I like to take my scissors and just trim it down and give it a nice little angle. Great, so now I have my bookmark ready. And the last thing to do is to color. So I'm going to go ahead and speed up the video while I color. But what I like to use to color is colored pencils. But of course you could use markers or something else if you'd like. It's just stamped on some cardstock. So I'll see you on the other side when I'm done coloring. So that was a really quick coloring job there. It just took me about 3 minutes in real time to color up this owl. And the last thing to do is to just go ahead and put this bookmark into the card. Now it's ready to put in an envelope, write in, and send to your friend for Christmas time, and they have a nice little bonus to go along with it. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Keep in mind that I have these kits in my Etsy shop, so you can easily make your Christmas cards. This kit comes with 2 other card designs that are also in this series. So hope you'll follow along and watch those too. Thanks so much and have a great day. So that was a really quick coloring job there. It just took me about 3 minutes in real time to color up this owl. And the last thing to do is to just go ahead and put this bookmark into the card. Now it's ready to put in an envelope, write in, and send to your friend for Christmas time, and they have a nice little bonus to go along with it. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Keep in mind that I have these kits in my Etsy shop, so you can easily make your Christmas cards. This kit comes with 2 other card designs that are also in this series. So hope you'll follow along and watch those too. Thanks so much and have a great day.